towards A. They've got 2 players over there and 2 players to C. It looks like the easier of the 2 or 3, I should say, choices has been made. Only 1 player that can stand in their way on B, and for now it looks like Fire should be forced into a retake. A little bit of aggression though from FOKUS as they take a lot of control towards the C side of the map, and the spike makes its way there. Nice little thinking on their feet from FOKUS, and a 3v4 is the reward.
Spike planted.
Already a good start. We get to see if there's a response. Thrown through in the retake. But it isn't going to give away too much. This is an obscure post plant from FOKUS. Just 3 players basically sat towards the site. And well, that hasn't exactly gone well. First kill goes the way of their opponents. And now there's a real chance in the 3v3.
Xuss, he's trying to get those shots in. Just about gets Izzy. Damage done. But it's the numbers here. The fact that Izzy is left in the corner. That could be a little bit spooky indeed. Forced into a fight and won out by Xuss.
Yeah, that's a big opening pick. You mentioned the potential of picking up a teammate's rifle. Well, an opponent's one's going to be even better. Player in the corner is nigh on screwed. Has to go swinging. CyderX was expected, predicted, and dealt with within the tier 1 at different times.
Xuss has got a bit of space here, but I don't know what he's going to do with it. Is he looking to take backside B? Yeah, oh, he's just gone for it. Stun comes in, perfectly timed. That player's caught in the corner, and the spam is good for QutionerX, but he's taken down in the end. Cascade utility towards him that gets a rolling thunder out of Eternal Fire. They used that on mid. They expected that this would be a full hit there. Izzy's now realizing that's not the case, and he gets a pick for his trouble. He could back out of here and just play the man advantage. You'd forgive him for that. But now Brave is on the site with them, and so they shall brave this hold together. FOKUS, 2 players on short, and it's the op that's under threat. It should be an easy trade if they can manage to take this fight together, to not be isolated, and that's exactly what they do. No trade needed. The advantage now for FOKUS.
And getting back into this is not going to be an easy one. Sure, they still have a fair amount of utility. That's the main thing. Potential to deny. And they're going to push into the smoke. That's so smart. They're expecting someone to take a risk. Now, it has actually been denied, so Hoodie's not going to be able to do that. And this has to be the moment that CyderX almost makes a move. Otherwise, they're going to be able to group up, play this one, roll anybody. It was just that, and things were a little bit slow. It could go quite badly wrong. Xuss has already taken down CyderX, and this means they have to shift a whole lot of their composition, or sorry, their positions. And just look, 1 kill. 1 kill is the whole rotate? Everyone?
Look at where the kill was as well. You know, hell, if they're getting it on site, if they've pushed up long, but that was in main. That was someone standing at the entrance to the attacker's spawn, essentially, that found that kill. They can quickly move in the other direction, and that is a lesson that FOKUS are looking to teach here and now. Rolling Thunder goes through, but the site was not being occupied, mainly because of the rotations. And QutionerX, well, if he does manage to stop this plant and win the round, you would be very impressed indeed. Unfortunately, he steps into the op. Luckily, he does survive. All this while, though, time being bought for Valorant, caught by Izzy, who was holding the angle all the while.
This game, I had expectations of a dominant win. I know you don't like that, but I did. This game I expected to be incredibly close, and thus far it has been anything but 8-0. Okay, the opening pick has gone the way again, but I don't know, it feels like the last game. The second they get into a post plant, I am very confident that FOKUS take them over the line. Maybe I'll jinx them. I kind of hope I have.
Yeah, it might just be. It is a post plan for FOKUS, but the advantage for Eternal Fire now even more so. Cutioner, he's getting sick of being shot through smokes. He's decided to give him a little taste of their own medicine. Revenge for the previous round, and the 3K will certainly cement them in.
It doesn't really sit within his wheelhouse, at least from what we've seen so far. Again, though, this clock is desperately low. 30 seconds. Salvos once more causing issues. Stuns, slowing them down. It ends up being a rolling thunder to try and just burst out of this gap. They've got to be careful because Brave's position is a nasty one and they are being delayed. The delay just comes at the hands of Brave, though.
10 seconds
already
left.
3 dropped and then Eternal Fire
upon them like hyenas. But instead, They were the ones that end up being the prey, being taken down by that sneaky position. It's a TP in from xuss. I saw it on the map. Of course, he's already used his ultimate, so he's clearing this out from another dimension. Lots of players spotted. That's 3. He's got the info to work with. The whole squad does. Do they want to take it to the other side of the map, though? They know that this is stacked up, yet still, they want the fight.
Looking for that info, and they've got it. The reveal, the paranoia put into play. The combinations looking stellar. And well, he's seen basically everything. Salvo put through to try and make things more awkward. These two players have to do a lot. Nice work on the first. In fact, they've doubled up as well. In fact, they are taking down the majority
in their lead. Eternal Fire recognize that, and they come in with a force buy. Lots of stingers, and they're already up close.
That's the thing. These weapons in this sort of round really could be devastating, especially when your opponents don't have that much to play with. It's weak itself, but hoody, he's been having a game!
Eternal Fire have to work with.
Yeah, it's now just becoming more and more rebuys. They basically got to continue to gamble. Oh, it's not the prettiest, and you know what? This time, I don't think there's going to be any hero to be had. They have wiped out this B site. Thus, not
back
quick.
again.
No, I have some faith in Valorant here. We'll have to wait and see. This guy always seems to be good with the Guardian. And well, here you go. Just going to get a double immediately. Mystic wants to try and put the pressure on. We spoke about dynamic duos. Maybe it's just whoever teams up with Valorant for the round.
Lesson learned. I'll shut up in future. You know, pistols and Guardians. That's all they need.
From teams within the Turkish league, but it seems like, okay, maybe there's been a blip here and there, a big play from Brave, but they have struggled. Looking for that opener one. Mystic, you're not going to get away with that one. Valorant a little bit too far behind in the flash. Hasn't caught anywhere near as much. Izzy actually, I don't know if he ran out of bullets or just hit the reload button. Somehow this comes back to a possible scenario. It seems like realizing that Rolling Thunder is available, they have just opted to play the retake. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. Having that pistol, having a operator, definitely not the ideal gun. And okay, Brave saw just a glimpse, and that was enough to get the spam through. Now it becomes incredibly difficult. Izzy up close, the bouncer of this site, and well, he's not letting anybody in. Mystic will at least remove him from action, but time is ticking. If they're going to go for this, they need to get a move on.
The ultimate is ready.
That's one done, and this round with it, I think. I almost expect the immediate commitment to the save. They wait a moment and bait a few players into the push. It might not be ideal, though. That operator under threat. It's sticking around for more. YaBoiLewis he's seeing that ACS, the ADR go up and up, playing for the stats in the last round.
It's going to be so difficult. Like, they can almost opt to play retake if they want to. They've got so much to play with, and while straight in, that is a bit of a surprise. Lewis is completely blind, though. That ends up being a fairly easy kill in the end for Brave, and spoke about potentially playing retake. I wonder if that might have been the play. They are now stuck in the mud. 2 of those ultimates are gone. Mainly because the players are dead, not because they've been... And he's been fantastic in the second
blurred. At this point, 3 rounds in it. As I said, you really do start to get worried. This is where Eternal Fire is showing that they've got control over this map already. An opening duel for them. Again, it's Izzy. This time, it's him stepping up on top of the site. There's no huge amount of utility to help him out. He is just doming. Now there is some more. A stun comes through. He looks for the duel. Won't find it just yet. 4 players around the corner. He's staying close. He's staying in the smoke. That's a mistake. YaBoiLewis shuts him down, but meets death right after. Brave barely making it out of there. Valorant holding on. But just a thread to life. He'll be taken down, but at least gets his one. Keeps this winnable for the side of FOKUS. It's down to a 2v2. QutionerX still alive. Holding it down alongside Anima.
Best bet.
Oh, the Rolling Thunder certainly signaling the push. Hoody is good to find one. Izzy's been doing a remarkable job at finding these opening duels, but this is a bit of a change. Picked off by the weaker weapon, and FOKUS still have some teeth to this buy. xuss has not seen QutionerX sitting down the bottom of middle. If he commits to this, he's going to be shot in the back. And Questioner repositions. Oh, In fact, the shot is going to be landed in the, or at least expected in the one direction. Xuss and Alorante falling, and YaBoiLewis keeps it even. The numbers on backside, though, they're kind of caught in the open. A crossfire of sorts as FOKUS look to fight back through with a three-piece from hoody. It's QutionerX, the player trying to fly under the radar in middle, who now has to bring it across the line. It's difficult for him to stop this defuse without just swinging in, but no one's watching. He gets a free shutdown, and the timer ticking away far too quickly. Mystic swinging out to watch mid, but again, I guess with the angle, there's a danger that he could be there, and timing-wise, it could have worked out. But jeez, Izzy opening on the Xuss in this round of all. They're fighting for overtime here on Eternal Fire side, and it looks like they may have claimed it. Hoody had a three-piece in the last round. If he can keep control of short, they'll have an angle to fight from. They'll have some form of safety. But even he is now in trouble, surrounded and caught by Izzy on the updraft dash. This one, it very much is looking like we're going to OT.
They need a miracle. They need some magic from
of rockets. Mystic has crept into the smoke, and CyderX knows it's a possibility. Stun goes in. He doesn't see him, but the stun, it costs Mystic the duel. CyderX finds it, and Eternal Fire with another opening duel.
Well, they've done damage. The player at back of sight, but the support is there. Anima does well. Cutioner, he's going to fall. This is looking better for FOKUS. A 3v3 scenario with a rotation coming in through a link. They've got to be a bit careful of this operator of Izzy. They've got to be careful of Izzy in general. With the drone coming through, they'll have a little bit of info, but that was destroyed quite quick.
I believe might have been given away where Brave was a little bit earlier on. He broke some of Valorante's utility, so they're very much focused on that position as he rounded that corner. Izzy and CyderX. No concept of saving at this stage, but it's an uphill battle, especially now for the operator needing to take down two. Oh, and not quite making it out of the ult either. That means time runs desperately low at this point. You can hear the spike ticking away, and so can Izzy. That's why he's so quickly moving through this site, desperately trying to find them, but no one is giving it away. They are just going to win off the clock at worst case scenario, and there it is.
I don't know how happy they'll be even if they do get this over the line at this stage.
Yeah, it's not the resounding victory that it looked like it could have been, would have been. Dash in from Izzy's good. Alorante has to hold on strong. There's spams coming down, but somehow he stays alive. That'll give them an extra angle to fight from and a bit of discomfort for Eternal Fire. They're stuck on the site and they want to take this somewhere, but where? For now, waiting for a reaction from FOKUS with no clear access to any part of this map. Yeah, that is a little bit strange. Expecting a flank, I suppose. It's going to take them a while. Alorante can now pounce as they're focused on this spawn point, on the players emerging from the choke point. Flash goes through. Alorante is still good for the shot, and that's it. It must be put to bed. QutionerX, the last bastion of hope for the side of Eternal Fire.
We're in the driver's seat. We'll see who is the first flounder.
Well, this is FOKUS's map pick, but it's looking like Eternal Fire are the ones cracking the code. An opening duel onto Alorante. Punishment outside that A site, and with that, they look for space elsewhere, running straight into the waiting arms of Anima, and the rest of the squad are revealed.
Enough. He's got that salvo available. He can look to try and buy extra time. He's even just happy to sit in the reveal and looking to take the fight against his opposing IGL. It won't even matter. One man standing.
So good when they're allowed to perform and execute on their own terms.
Oh yeah, there's only one man we need to be watching as this entry looks to go in. That is a nice combination. This could be so much damage, but it seems like the masses have avoided. In fact, didn't manage to catch onto anybody. Alorante there for the start. Mystic, a surprise factor in the corner, looking for a multi-frag, and he will find it. CyderX has done impeccably well, though. Alorante, this 1v1 is the map. We've spoken about QutionerX and what he's able to do. This would have to be the best of them.
Starts with the flash, buying them the space, but no one's there to be blinded by it. Eternal Fire stepped back deep into the site, waiting for them to step into the crosshair of Izzy, who is ruthless alongside Cutioner. They're taking this one by the reins. At least for the first fights, a few whiffs leave FOKUS with a chance. 4 versus 2. The defenders with the paranoia have only left Mystic with eyes. He's not going to land the shots.
I mentioned it. They're a team that have always had expectations for success and never quite reached them. Izzy goes again. They expect him to be there, and it doesn't seem to matter as he gets 2. It's a quick response, a quick attempt, and Mystic has done well. Finding 3 in a matter of seconds. Holds for Hoodie. He's managed to deny the plant. Somehow this becomes possible, but it's all going to be left on to the one lone Finn. The support back on the analyst desk. Can he pull this through? No.
There's no need for that. Before we get into that, there is a north side push. It is deep push coming in from the side of FOKUS. xuss is already finding one, but there's an extra flank to this. Alorante wrapping around the backside as the guided salvo picks up a double. Eternal Fire are right back in the driver's seat. This pistol round was looking to be in a dangerous spot, but instead they have taken back pretty much all control. They know where Alorante is coming from. Look at the pings on the map. Utility was destroyed. They have him locked in, stuck in the box, but they haven't caught him yet. And he is just tucked in behind this box, waiting for a chance.
It seems like they were very aware of the potential of him being around this angle. Of course, there was 30 rounds of data for the side of Eternal Fire to take in from yesterday's matchup. QutionerX. Well, this is what we sort of said. He's allowed to be that aggressor this time around, not playing on the Sentinel anymore, and he has support. An attempted response from xuss is not going to be found, and that plant coming in, maybe not in the best of positions for a post plant, but the thing is, look at where these defenders are all coming in from. This is not an easy spot to find anything. In fact, they are just looking to fight them. Hoodie attempts to find the second half. Like, that's...
As far as I'm aware, they will have had to make that. I don't think you can change it after veto, right? So they will have chosen defense early on, and that's almost worse.
But still, after yesterday, yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry, yeah, I understand. I was referencing the previous map, but indeed, it makes it worse, right? The fact that you're then locked into that decision. I'm sure now, if they had a choice, they maybe want to take it the other way around. Eternal Fire, oh, they're dealing with that push very well. They were, but Hoodie's just stepped up for a double. He's got himself a rifle at 3-0 down. Weak by FOKUS might just have been given a lifeline.
It now comes down to just a lurking sniper. One shot will be enough to kill off Hoodie. He's got the ultimate online. That, funnily enough, could be absolutely everything. If he's able to connect it, this sniper becomes a real burden. You can see Izzy's a little bit confused. This reposition from Hoodie, I don't...
How far away is going to be Hoodie turning in the right direction. But he's going to get here too late. Doesn't want to give away the steps himself. But now, Izzy could be anywhere. McCam has spotted the information. The assumption that he's on the site. The stun is good. The aftershock is perfect. That's going to force him out in the open. But he's able to cross. The cage placed earlier. We saw it just before the plant. It's bought him a little bit of... Well, this is going to be expected space that they've lost up in heaven on the B site. Full passive play for FOKUS, just waiting for those smokes to fade, waiting for the flank to come through. 2 players walking it up as we speak. They've been spotted. Information there, and it looks like the response from Eternal Fire is to fight forward, to take some space of their own, knowing that Rolling Thunder was coming. Brave got popped up in the air. An easy kill with a showstopper. Shut down. Izzy does well. Keeps it into a 3v4 at least, with Eternal Fire having QutionerX on the back of the Rolling Thunder, but he can't find the kills. Alorante still connects. Anima barely able to escape into heaven. His primary no longer there for him, but the aftershock will buy them a little bit of extra time that their primaries can come back up online. In the shorty, not gonna land for the kills, but they are stopping this defuse every step of the way. CyderX just needs to stop it one more time. It's being stuck. He's only getting there now.
Well, for FOKUS was their own attack side, but they need something to play with. Izzy already doing a vast amount of damage onto Alorante. Showstopper not really going to garner too much, but Lewis is so close to death and actually going to use ultimate of his own. Alorante is in a nasty spot. It's not normal that you see a guy push basically into a site on his own and see an absurd amount of damage. Him still survive. Okay. Well, it would have to be an ace. I think Mitch would even meow if he gets this one.
The return of Meow Stick. Yeah, perhaps, but Orbital strike, yeah, it could help him out. That spam could have helped him out indeed, but time ticking. 5-1. Economy where it's at. Just thinking maybe you want the rifle. Mystic's thinking he wants the kills. That timer surely is now ticked too far. With 3 players left, they'd have to make mistakes to give him a chance. He's not going for the ninja. Well, there's no way he is. Into the spawn and into the death by the looks of things.
Another ult that's not online and achieved nothing.
Oh, Anima! They have lined up for him.
Really toxic, but hey, when you're this far in the lead, gonna try and have fun with it. They know that Alorante is close. Stun is good. He's gonna continue. Doesn't expect YaBoiLewis to be around this corner. The sheer will delay, and for the first time in a while.
Where is this going?
30
no,
seconds
okay, it's not
left.
going to be put down. Yeah, all right. That's more reasonable.
Smoke's down.
I'm actually more intrigued as where the Mystic one will go. A chance to really delay them. Nade. Not going to do as much damage as maybe they would have liked. I was expecting potentially the orbital strike just to deny it altogether, but maybe holding on to it for a tower clear once they get into that post-plant scenario.
Open up the sky.
That's just locking them in, and that's the thing. Yeah, there you go. Tower is going to be cleared up, but only for a moment. They can immediately reclaim that control. We've already seen Brave pick up another. You got the aftershock as well as an attempt to delay, and well, nice work from...
Again, I talked to Hazza. I said, I'm really looking forward to Eternal Fire, especially, you know, QutionerX and Brave. They always have my vote. But he had a big game to talk about Anima, and for good reason. He's doing well here, but FOKUS are doing well to find the opening pick. They've lost some space with QutionerX, able to make it into sand, and Alorante, he always seems to be able to get his ones. This time it's a double kill that keeps them in neck-and-neck territory.
Ooh, okay. Mystic's found another with the classic again.
Enemy remaining.
His advantage is looking good, and it's left all onto one man, the man of the moment.
That, of course, means FOKUS chose to start in the defense. Let's see if they can get 4 rounds before it's all said and done. Oh, sus!
Down B.
That is a saving grace. He was forced into the open by the nade, but, well, that didn't work out for the side of Eternal Fire. Oh, my.
Yeah, now, well, a real chance to get this back to an 8-4 scoreline. It's giving me flashbacks to the previous map, and while there's only one man that's really had to do much in this round.
Left.
On for the ace. Izzy about to be rounding that corner, and well, it's ruined. No chance for that one. Not quite in the same manner as the last. And Izzy would need one of his own, but with 19 seconds left, a Molotov, an Aftershock, 3 players on the other side, and Spike in the corner. There should be a 0% chance of anything other than maybe just a little bit of damage in here. You can see FOKUS.
They're coming into the attack, I should say. Their defense hasn't shaped up as well as they'd hoped, but it's a good start here to their attack. Xuss taking down QutionerX, a big player for the other side, and Brave is soon to follow. This is a pistol that has FOKUS written all over it, and now all they have to do is close the 4v2.
Izzy still being on site might be a bit of a nasty surprise. YaBoiLewis coming in from another angle should make that a little bit tougher. CyderX's timing, I don't think, couldn't be any worse. Re-peeking this now, he's lost the advantage on the angle. Well, okay. Yeah, well, I think it's made fairly obvious. This bonus definitely has some bite to it, and Xuss already taking some mass control. Izzy, though, why, is he a sentinel? Is he a duelist? Getting right up in the face of opponents, reclaiming that B ramp control. It definitely reduces the amount of plants that can actually be gone for. And you also have to bear in mind that with Mystic down, there's not really an opportunity to put any smokes into position anymore. There is no safety for this attack to try and get into position. They just need to hit some shots.
Yeah, the problem is Eternal Fire aren't in that same position, right? They don't have to make a move. They don't have to go for the plan, so they'll sit there with their numbers, and once they get a response, there's utility to come in immediately. Anima's already holding the stun. There it is. Perfectly put out. And that's the real problem. It's not just win your 2v4. Win 2 aim duels each. It's also dodge the stuns, the flash. Staring right at him. Instead, those players have now moved back towards that site to look at this choke point that's about to be pressured. Alorante could get huge timing out of this.
Ooh, wow. Okay. Oh, I guess it was a beautiful setup from you, Mitch, but the only relevant thing was Brave. It's just that they've tried to dive into the site. There was a stun that I don't even think stopped half of them, but it doesn't matter. He's just got 3 headshots. Sometimes you just need to shoot them in the face. And while for the remaining, it's left onto Hoodie. Level at which they're willing to take control. QutionerX, ever confident. Oh, that's just cursed timing. I can understand why Lewis didn't expect anybody to be that close, but that's unfortunate. That's your initiator that can get you information gone.
Is he still here? This time they're going to run into his setup. That could be a problem. Orbital strike buys time. 27 seconds left. Buys time and allows Izzy to take his fights on his own ground. Now they look to main. The last option in Hoodie. That scoreboard. But there are so many that it could be. And the operator player of QutionerX is fed one.
Already alert. The backline, the man who normally looks to try and come in from behind, and they are just walking into the firing squad.